Welcome into Big Friday Kickoff. I'm Emily Cochran. 9 Region 1 teams remain here going into the quarterfinals. And tonight we find out who advances to the semis. Up first, we have a Region 1 clash, W.S. Neal at Jackson. That's where we find Dacian Smith for our Eastern Shore Toyota Game of the Week.
W.S. Neal returned to Jackson looking for revenge after losing to the Aggies 5 weeks ago. But Jackson showed exactly why they're the reigning 4A state champions in tonight's rematch. It's a Region 1 matchup between W.S. Neal and Jackson with a spot in the semifinals on the line. And the Aggies pick up right where they left off in their last meeting. E.J. Crowell finds a hole and scores the easy touchdown to put his team up 6-0 midway through the quarter after the missed extra point. The Eagles counter with this run by Elijah Stone, who fights his way all the way down to the 19-yard line for a first down. Then, a few plays later, Samarian Clark runs to his left and takes it into the end zone for a 7-6 lead, but not for long. On the first play of the Aggies' next drive, it's EJ again. This one couldn't be any easier if you tried. Look at all that space he has. EJ goes untouched for a 60-yard touchdown to take the lead back and make it 13-7 after the first quarter. But you already know he ain't done. EJ takes the handoff to start the second and bounces it outside and makes it too easy for his third score of the game. The Eagles need an answer fast, but Jared Crook's pass is intercepted by Aiden Martin to set the Aggies up with good field position. And y'all can probably guess what comes next. EJ takes it out to his left, and for the 4th time tonight, EJ Crowell finds the end zone. The Aggies are in complete control and they keep it going. On the ensuing kickoff, the Eagles let it roll a little too much, and Jackson comes up with the ball at the 20-yard line, and they make it count. This time they go to the air. Landon Duckworth drops back and floats it up to Jacorius Jackson for the 20-yard touchdown to make it 31-7. The Eagles just can't get anything going on offense, and the Aggies keep piling on. Duckworth keeps it himself and scores from 1 yard out to increase the lead with 50 seconds left. But another special teams mistake by the Eagles gives the Aggies the ball back 1 second later. And with time winding down, EJ punches it into the end zone yet again. Go ahead, count them out for him, EJ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first-half touchdowns for E.J. Crowell as the Aggies take a 43-7 lead into halftime. Jackson dominates the second half as they win 50-7 to advance to the semifinals in what was a very personal game for E.J. Crowell.
There was some talk on social media about him not scoring against Neal in the first game. He didn't get in the end zone. He had 100 yards rushing. He didn't score. And then tonight he said, listen, I'm getting in there, and he got in there 5 times. And so, you know, just credit to him.
Somebody on the little comment thing when they won the game last week said they held me big. I ain't scored, so I had to make a statement. I scored 5 touchdowns off 10 carries, 133, 5 tutties, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, man. So yeah, good team win, man. So just gotta get ready for Sunday and then on through the weekend, find out who we play Friday.
EJ and the Aggies move on to the semifinals for the 2nd year in a row, where they'll take on the winner between St. Michael and Bullitt County. Emily.
Thanks, Dacian. Now we head to our Big Friday kickoff game. It was a party in Pritchard tonight where the number 2 Wolves hosted the Region 4 champion Central Clay County Volunteers. Let's get to the action. On the opening kickoff, it's Jai Brown on the return. He makes his statement on the first play of the game. He's going to put Viger in great field position. Quarterback Sammy Dunn sends this one deep downfield looking for Garrett Holcomb, but Taylor Boyd comes up with the interception. But guess what? That drive's going to stall, and the ball's going to go back to Viger. Now, the scoring didn't start until early in the second quarter. Dunn hands it off to Demetrius Johnson, picks up 12 yards in the Wolves' first down, and that'll set up this very next play. Dunn coming all the way outside, looking to the end zone where he finds Zy Wilson, and that'll put Viger on the board first. Viger goes up 7-0. Now the Wolves, they're going to attempt a field goal late in the first half, but it's blocked by the Volunteers. That'll keep it 7-0. Viger going into the locker room with that lead. The final in this one, Viger wins it 14-0. Now we head to the Nest, where St. Michael, the Cardinals, hosting Bullitt County. The St. Michael Cards charging out, fired up for this home playoff game. Bullitt County looking for the quick screen on the second play of the game, but Kamar J. Lavoie was ready for it. It's a pick 6 to put St. Michael up 7-0, less than a minute into the game. But the Hornets, they show they still have some sting in them. Quarterback Tequilius Wallace fakes the handoff, powers his way around the left side, and he's in for the score to tie it up at 7. Cardinals' next possession, Gunnar Rivers looks deep, and Brody Jones on the other end for a 50-yard pickup to the 1 yard line. Then it's Noah Moss time. He rides his offensive line into the end zone. St. Michael goes up 15-7. Now we're going to head to the second quarter. 3rd and long. Gunnar Rivers can't find a receiver, so he tucks it, shows off some toughness, plowing in for a first down. And that's going to lead to another short Noah Moss touchdown. That's going to put the Cardinals up 22-7. They're really pouring it on now. Bullock County showing no quit. QB Tequilas Wallace takes it around the left side again, and he's in for his second touchdown of the first half. St. Michael up 22-14. Tucker Tomlinson will grab the kickoff and outrun some Hornets all the way out to about midfield. St. Michael would drive the ball with Noah Moss on the ground until they would kick a field goal just before halftime. They're going to take a 25-14 lead at the half, and the Cardinals win big in this one, pulling away 52-22, your final there. Now we head to Daphne, where Bayside hosts Montgomery Academy. Admirals fans helping the crowd get hyped for tonight's playoff game. Admirals quarterback Davis Barnett flicks it to Monroe Parton, swings wide. It's knocked out and picked up by Knox Wingate for the Eagles. Admirals looking for redemption. Takes his time, sends it high. It's going to be overthrown and picked off by Knox Wingate. Now the Eagles are going to look to cash in on that drive. Quarterback Reed McBride fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it, pushing his way into the end zone. Eagles striking first in this one, and the fans loving that play. Now Eagles at the 1. McBride takes the snap, hands it off to Braden Gordon, who just barely pushes his way across the goal line. Good for another Eagles touchdown. Now, Admirals, we're going to head to under 2 minutes to go here in the half. Barnett hands it off to Noah Kane. It's a flea flicker. Barnett launches it into the end zone and into the hands of Marcus Miller for an Admirals touchdown. Way to go. Big play right there. Bayside, they're going to roll in this one, 30-13. Now let's head to Montgomery Catholic, where Williamson traveled for the quarterfinals. The reigning 5A champs hoping for an upset against the top team in the state in 5A this year, your Williamson Lions. Now after a blocked punt, those Lions roar early. Chodrick Withers takes the handoff, keeps the legs moving, and eventually finds the end zone. Williamson with a very early 7-0 lead. Now on the ensuing kickoff, here comes the Knights. Tamorian player makes a guy miss, runs into his own guy, then gets going on a big gain here. He would be ruled down, and a penalty on Williamson had the Knights cooking. They would settle for 3. This 33-yard field goal is good, courtesy of J.P. Costa. That'll make it 7-3. Second quarter, here comes the offense. It's a flea flicker. C.J. Sankey airing it out deep to Elijah Nonelli. Head, top, what a grab. Nonelli says, give me that, strolls into the end zone. But the Lions, guess what? They roll in the second half. Your final here, they win big, 41-10.